I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all crazy sports newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Monday, April 22nd, 2019.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report. It's time to get you caught up on what's happening in the world of sports. This is Top of the Order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is Top of the Order.
Well, if you wanted drama, you got some drama. In the second NHL playoff game of the night, the San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights went to double overtime in Game 6 of the Western Conference first round. And it was Tomas Hertl who scored the game-winning goal in double overtime. Why is this top of the order, you ask? Because for the first time in NHL postseason history, a player scores a shorthanded goal where the other team is on the power play and has the man up. He scored a shorthanded goal for the San Jose Sharks in double overtime or later. That was incredible. So what happened in the other NHL game? Well, the Boston Bruins needed a win in Toronto to force a Game 7, and they did just that. 4-2 winners over the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was Brad Marchand who scored his third and fourth playoff goals of this postseason for Boston, and now they head back to the Garden Tuesday night, tomorrow night, at 7 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. Should be a good one. Both of these teams met in 2013 in a Game 7, and the Bruins historically came back from 3 down in the third period to force overtime before Patrice Bergeron scored the winner in overtime to send the Bruins to the next round. Will there be more fireworks tomorrow night? We'll wait and see and find out. Both the Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights, that series, and the Boston Bruins and the Toronto Maple Leafs, both series will play Game 7 tomorrow night. There are 2 games on the NHL slate today. 7 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN, the Washington Capitals are at the Carolina Hurricanes. Caps lead 3-2. They will look to finish the series in 6 games and continue their defense of the Stanley Cup. At 8:30 p.m. Eastern on CNBC, the Nashville Predators are at the Dallas Stars. Stars lead 3-2. They will also look to close it out in 6 games versus the other division champ in the Western Conference. A reminder, Calgary was knocked out by the Avalanche in the first round in 5 games. They were the other division winner. The Calgary Flames were in the Western Conference. Now we move to the hardwood, and there were some good games on this 4-game slate in the NBA.
Bird takes the shot. It's gone! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! Jordan with 2 seconds to go puts it up and scores at the buzzer! Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago!
Around the NBA.
The Boston Celtics defeated the Indiana Pacers 110-106, sweeping the series. They're not the first Boston team to sweep a series this weekend. We'll get to that in a minute. Kyrie Irving improves to 16-0 in his 4 first-round series. Kyrie had 14 points and 7 assists on the night for Boston, but it was Al Horford who helped out the Celtics, 14 points and 12 rebounds to go along with 5 assists in the double-double for the Celtics. On the other side of the ball, the Pacers' season came to an end, but it was Bojan Bogdanovic, who was one of 3 20-point scorers in the game, one of 2 for Indiana. 22 points for Bojan, 8 rebounds for him as well. And then it was Tyreke Evans who had 21 points. The other 20-point scorer was Gordon Hayward, who scored 20 for Boston. Golden State Warriors 113, LA Clippers 105. This was a 3-point game entering the fourth quarter, but it was Kevin Durant's 33 points who helped Golden State pull away late. Klay Thompson also added 32 points after taking a swim in the Pacific Ocean before the game. He said it helped clear his head. And 2 30-point scores for Golden State helps cancel Steph Curry's poor shooting night. 12 points and 10 rebounds, though, for the point guard. On the other side of the ball, Gilgeous-Alexander had 25 points for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley had a double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds for LA. Golden State now leads that series 3-1. Another series that has led 3-1. Actually, the last 2 games are now led 3-1. Toronto Raptors 107, Orlando Magic 85. Kawhi Leonard had 34 points for Toronto. Pascal Siakam added 16 as well for the Raptors. Aaron Gordon and Evan Fournier combined for 44 of Orlando's 85 points as the Magic fell by 22 to the Eastern Conference's number 2 seed. In the last game of the night, the Portland Trailblazers defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 111-98. CJ McCollum had 27 points. Damian Lillard had 24 points. They combined for 51 of Portland's 111. On the other side of the ball, Paul George and Russell Westbrook combined for 46 of Oklahoma City's 98. For those of you who don't enjoy numbers, we just had to throw it out there. Paul George led all scorers, 32 points. He also added 10 rebounds to the stat line. Today's games on the NBA slate. At 8 p.m. Eastern, the Milwaukee Bucks will look to close it out against the Detroit Pistons in Detroit. That is on TNT. At 10:30 p.m. Eastern, the Houston Rockets are at the Utah Jazz on TNT in Utah. Utah trails 3-0 as well to Houston. Now we go from the hardwood to the diamond.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone! And Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight and the Mets win it. Touch 'em all, Joe. Home run! Mike Piazza. Jeter backhands from the outfield grass. Got it! Man, what a play!
Now from Major League Baseball.
Let's roll through the 15 games on the MLB slate. In 10 innings, the New York Yankees defeated the Tampa Bay Rays 7-6. Aaron Judge has also been ruled out for an indefinite amount of time with an oblique injury. Pretty bad for the New York Yankees, who now have 13 players on the injured list. Minnesota Twins 4, Baltimore Orioles 3. Detroit Tigers defeat the Chicago White Sox by the same scoreline. San Francisco Giants 3, Pittsburgh Pirates 2. LA Dodgers 6, Milwaukee Brewers 5. St. Louis Cardinals 6, New York Mets 4. Texas Rangers 11, Houston Astros 10 in a battle of Texas. LA Angels 8, Seattle Mariners 6. Toronto Blue Jays 5, Oakland Athletics 4. San Diego Padres 4, Cincinnati Reds 3. Atlanta Braves 11, Cleveland Indians 5. Colorado Rockies 4, Philadelphia Phillies 1. Chicago Cubs 2, Arizona Diamondbacks 1. The Arizona Diamondbacks tied it in the top of the ninth, but the Cubbies walked it off in the home half of the ninth at Wrigley. Finally, the Boston Red Sox 4, Tampa Bay Rays 3 in 11 innings. Boston became the second Boston team to sweep a series this weekend. Now, before we get to soccer,
Stat of the day.
the Oklahoma City Thunder, as a franchise, they used to be the Seattle Supersonics, have been down 3-1 in a series 12 times before. They've never come back to win the series, nonetheless force a Game 6 since 1997 when they were the Seattle Supersonics. Pretty interesting, huh? Now for our final subject, soccer.
Name on the trophy. And Solskjaer has won it! Manchester United have reached the promised land.
This is your soccer update.
Everton defeated Manchester United 4-0 at Goodison Park on Merseyside yesterday, almost destroying Manchester United's top 4 hopes and Champions League football hopes. But, as fate behold, Crystal Palace defeated Arsenal 3-2 at the Emirates Stadium in London, in a London derby, as they say, and it was Palace who saved Manchester United's top 4 hopes. Well. Manchester United play Manchester City, who are fighting for the league title with Liverpool, who won 2-0 against Cardiff. Manchester City will play Manchester United in a Manchester derby on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Central. We figured we'd hit all the time zones. We are hoping to get Nigel Remington for a report on that Manchester derby, how it could impact the top 4 race and the title race, and then we hope to have him back on for Monday's episode in review of his Chelsea Blues versus my Manchester United Red Devils. There's a chance that that match could have a huge impact in determining who plays Champions League football from England next season. In other soccering news, a day after Juventus clinched their 8th consecutive Serie A title in Italy, PSG said, let's do the same thing in France. So, with Lille's draw, they clinched their 6th Ligue 1 title in 7 years in France. Ligue 1 is the domestic league in France, Serie A the domestic league in Italy. PSG defeated Monaco, who won the only title in those 7 years that PSG did not win, 3-1 in yesterday's match.
That's the Sport Report.
For April 22nd, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports.
Do you want to contact Chandler Sports or members of the Sport Report team? Visit sportreportcws.com. This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Chandler Sports is strictly prohibited.